Hi everybody, Brian Brosdahl here, and this is Midwest Outdoors. We're out in Lake Winnibigoshish catching walleyes and using our electronics to find them and catch them. The walleyes are biting today. I'm fishing spots I would normally not fish, but my Humminbird's showing me that these are going to be there. I really like how you could highlight the contours. So when you find a fish, you could highlight those contours on the Humminbird. It highlights them all over the lake. So I set all my biting areas to green, and it turns the whole thing green so you can see everything all at once. Pretty cool. You can see right in here there's a group of perch hanging around, and walleyes are usually on the outside of them. We should be able to see some walleyes here because walleyes forage on perch. It's one of their most sought after bait fish. Any lake that's got perch, walleyes are eating them. And without perch, a lot of our lakes wouldn't have a healthy population like they do. Best thing about Humminbird is its intuitive use allows you to know exactly where to cast. And there's a grid on the top that tells you how far the fish are, how far the edge is, and you could actually see your jig. So if you're fishing in short weeds, instead of catching the weeds, you could watch your jig and stop and start jigging right before you get to it. You can see the level of the fish, and it's just automatic. It keeps cycling through and making sure that you have the best image you could possibly have. And using it in auto mode is even better. Let the computer do the adjusting for you. It's really unique and helps you cast every time where you need to cast, and you know exactly how far they are. All right, I love it. Looking through all these contours, so many places you can look. Use your LakeMaster to find some contours, then highlight the depths that you find the fish at, and go through, use your side imaging to get them on the screen. So from beginning to end, Humminbird's got your back. There we go. Ooh. To let that one go right away, but nice little eater, average on Winnie right there, and that one we will look for you again on the ice. I love it. Using a Mega Live, you can see the fish swimming, and it's really cool. It's like it's virtually just watching that fish swimming through. And then the best part is there's a lot of weeds here, and I could swim my lures right over the weeds and right to the fish. Here's a pike. That's not a bad pike. Fighting slow and methodical like a walleye. There's some really nice pike in this lake, and some of them are over 40 inches. A lot of eater-sized pike, you know, in that under 22 and over 26. But you can see the walleyes swimming, and you could keep your lure from touching the weeds. It doesn't mean you're going to catch fish like crazy having forward-facing sonar like Mega Live, but you have a better advantage because you can use Mega Live to keep your lure clean, your presentation clean, and that's the best thing. Keeping your presentation clean is going to get you fish. All right. I tell you what, I just love the fact that I can highlight places I haven't been to and go to them and catch fish. And we're all running on borrowed time. Got a short scout, just a little guy here. I think a pike had him. Yep, you can see the bite marks here. So I almost caught two fish at once. Catch a walleye and a pike tries to eat it, but there's a billion of these. That's gonna be next year's eater, and it's really a cool place. See, there's not a lot of development on the shoreline. Just love being out here. Large water, 60,000+ acres, and there's fish all over the place, and you still got to make them bite. Doesn't matter how much technology, you still got to make them bite. And that one decided to chew on a leech. So I'm going to grab another fresh leech here and throw it in and go for some bigger ones. In the summertime, we're just getting through the mayflies and the walleyes really had a big meal of them last week. So they're still kind of full, and there's still some bugs and food around, so I'm using smaller leeches. Kind of nipping at it. They love leeches. When you're fishing for eater-sized walleyes, you don't need a giant leech. A medium or a small works just fine. They get the point across when that thing goes across their nose. They want to eat it. So they nip at it real light, and they got it. Big leeches get bit in half, get pulled off. Smaller leech complements your bait, especially in the heat of summer. The nice thing about Minn Kota is they came up with an anchoring system. Spot lock is one of the best inventions ever. So it anchors you in a position until you're done. And spot lock, you could use it when you're walleye fishing, you could use it sturgeon fishing, it's really popular. But Minn Kota Ulterra is a great motor. It's built like a tank, and it is super strong, holds up to the harshest environments out in the wind and waves. Cool thing is, when I find the fish and I pitch into them, I can hit spot lock and let the motor hold me there. So I get more time to focus on jigging cadence, seeing where the fish is, and bringing it past them. So I could focus on fishing. Always a few pike mixed in. They're fun, very reliable. The cool thing with spot lock and using Minn Kota and Humminbird Explorer is you could jog. And jog is a feature that allows you to move in 5-foot increments. So if you're on a hot spot, but you gotta move just a little bit over 10 or 15 feet without losing your area, you just hit arrow left, right, plus or minus these areas here, and just 5 feet every press. So now we're moving 20 feet to the left or east of where we're anchored here. A really cool feature, super nice. If you're on a spot and you want to work it in a semicircle, you could do that using the jog feature just by pushing the key on your remote. Oh, another one. Oh, what a great day. Out playing with Humminbird and Minn Kota, being able to spot lock on the fish, find the fish using LakeMaster and side imaging and Mega Live. Fantastic. Oh, there's one right there. I'm gonna, oh yeah, that was heavy. That one loved the leech. I'm telling you, this was a blast, had a great time. I'm Brosdahl. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors.